After going 10-4 last week, we look to pick it up again this week, pick up where we left off. We are sitting overall 38-24 with the NFL picks, and that's what we're here to do today. Jonathan Mosat here for JM Sports 100 here on YouTube and jmsports.org. Let's kick things off right away with Jacksonville and Buffalo. Like we said, Jacksonville's okay. I liked what I saw out of Jacksonville. I like what I saw out of Jacksonville against Indy. Unfortunately, it did cost me a lock pick, but I still like what I saw out of them. Jack Del Rio's sequeled down a little bit. Buffalo is just bad. Buffalo is Buffalo. They've got what they've got, and it is not good. I've got Jacksonville in this game. I don't really know, what else to say. I don't necessarily know that Jacksonville is going to run away with it, but I do have Jacksonville in this game. Denver and Baltimore. Baltimore coming off that last-second win against Pittsburgh last week. Denver, though, more impressive, I think, than people think. More impressive than what I thought they were. Kyle Orton leading the league in passing. Boy, who would have thought that? Kyle Orton's going to have himself a big year. I expect a good game out of this one, but I expect a Baltimore win. And if Denver does come away with a win, Denver could really be a team to watch out for. Kansas City Chiefs, Indianapolis Colts. Colts, like I said, cost me the my lock pick last week, but Kansas City Chiefs. They're 3-0, but I'm not buying them, and I don't really know a lot of people that are buying them. They're going to definitely be brought back down to earth today, I think. Indianapolis is going to crush on them hard. They're not going to be happy because they lost the division game to Jacksonville, and they are definitely going to take their frustrations out on Kansas City today. Green Bay and Washington, the Packers, they're missing something. I hate to say it, but the Packers are missing something. They're not the Super Bowl contenders that everybody, I think, thought they were going to be at the beginning of the year. Washington Redskins, good team, not great team, but good team, good enough team to be successful. I think the Packers just barely squeaked this one out. I don't expect a huge advantage for the Packers in this game. St. Louis Rams, Detroit Lions. Very intriguing matchup. And who would have thought I'd be saying that? The Rams are good. Sam Bradford, a huge spark of relief and a good sign for the Rams nonetheless. The Lions are so close to winning a game, and I said it last week, and they're even closer. They just barely lost to the Packers last week. Probably should have won that game, to be honest. The Rams are just playing too hot. I think the Rams beat the Lions in a good game. Chicago Bears, Carolina Panthers is the next game we come up to. Carolina has a good chance here, I think, of getting their first win, and the reason why I say that was because after getting roughed up last week against the Giants, Jay Cutler is out with the concussion. Todd Collins will start for the Bears. Todd Collins been in the league for a while, but the thing you have to watch out for is, for the most part, the starter. Jay Cutler gets most of the reps in practice, and Jay Cutler practiced all week, so Todd Collins probably did not get many reps. This is Carolina's best chance to win, but I still don't think it's necessarily a good one. I do have Carolina winning this game, but it's going to be an ugly, ugly game, I think. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati still not looking all that impressive, looking okay. They lost to the Browns last week, like I said they would. That was an upset that I had called, and I said they would lose by 3 points, and they lost by 3 points. Cincinnati, though, I think will start to get better. Tampa Bay, it's hard to base what Tampa Bay is. Tampa Bay is not a great team. I know they started out undefeated for a while, started out 2-0, but they're not a great team. I think they're an okay team. Not a great team. Cincinnati wins this game. Atlanta Falcons, Cleveland Browns. Browns, good team, or not necessarily a good team, okay team, better than what their record shows. Atlanta, great team. I'm really buying into Atlanta. I think Atlanta is just an amazing team who is going to do a lot of great things and is going to make it far this year. I've got Atlanta winning this game. Atlanta should have lost to San Francisco last week, but they didn't. And I think that they are going to have to step up their game, because if they don't, Cleveland could definitely upset them. So Atlanta is going to have to play better than what they did last week, but I do think Atlanta wins this game. New York Giants, Houston Texans. The Giants, I think, are finally slowly starting to figure it out. The Giants don't have much of a pass rush. Haven't had much of a pass rush this year, but they got to Jay Cutler 6 times last week on Sunday Night Football. Granted, the Bears' offensive line is weak, not really all that good. The Houston Texans, you never know what you're going to get with them. I think they're a good team, not as good as I think people thought they were, not as good as I thought they were in the beginning, but I think they are a good team. However, I think the Giants have figured it out. I think the Giants get a win. Houston, I know, there's a lot of people that think Houston's going to win the game. I think the Giants win the game. New Orleans Saints, Arizona Cardinals. Arizona continues to be bad. Derek Anderson gets benched. They're going to go with a new rookie quarterback, whose name I can't think of off the top of my head at this moment. Saints, I think, walk all over our Cardinals in this game. I think the Saints play better than what they did against Carolina. And I think the Saints win this game. That's my lock of the week. Now, next up, we come to the Tennessee Titans, Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys need a win. Coming off a bye week, they got to win against the Texans a couple weeks ago, and I think they finally looked the way the Dallas Cowboys were slated to look this year. Tennessee, I'm not really high about. Don't think they're a great team. I don't even know if you really call them a good team. I think Dallas has finally figured it out. Dallas wins this game. San Diego Chargers, Oakland Raiders. Always a tight game when these two California teams battle. Oakland could pull an upset here. I don't think they do. I think Phillip Rivers has a big game. I think Antonio Gates continues to have a good big game. Continues to have a good year going for him. And so in that game, I do have the San Diego Chargers. Not saying it's going to be a blowout, but I've got the Chargers in the game. Next up, we've got tonight's game, Philadelphia Eagles, San Francisco 49ers. This game is ugly written all over it, to be honest with you. San Francisco should have beat Atlanta last week. And here's the thing about San Francisco. They seem to play the good teams tough and the bad teams awful. That's how it seems to go. Well, Philadelphia is going to be a bad team. Michael Vick not playing. Kevin Cobb looked awful last week when he came in after Vick got hurt. I am so low on Cobb, to be honest with you. Not a good quarterback. Not a very bright future in the league. I think the 49ers do win this game, but who is it going to be? An ugly football game. Tomorrow night, the game everyone's talking about. Minnesota Vikings, New York Jets. Randy Moss back to Minnesota. He will go up against Darrelle Revis. Favre, okay, you're looking at Favre, Schenkel, Harvin, Moss, and when Rice gets back, yikes, look out, they finally got it going. We'll see if the timing is better than what it was earlier in the year. Great football game, really excited for it, but to be honest, I've got the Jets winning the game. Just because I don't think Moss will be quite acclimated. I don't think he will have a huge impact. I think he'll make some plays, but I don't think he has a really huge impact in the football game on Monday. He will have an impact though, with time to come. Not to mention, Favre goes back to the Meadowlands in New York. At the same time, those allegations are coming out about the racy photos and comments to the former worker of the New York Jets. Okay, so I've got the Jets. Once again, quick recap of my picks. Jacksonville over Buffalo. Baltimore over Denver. Indy over Kansas City. Green Bay over Washington. St. Louis over Detroit. Carolina over Chicago. Cincinnati over Tampa Bay. Atlanta over Cleveland. The Giants over the Texans. Saints over the Cardinals. Cowboys over the Titans. Chargers over the Raiders. Niners over the Eagles. Jets over the Vikings. And my lock pick is the Saints over the Cardinals. So those are my picks. Let's get ready to enjoy some football, see what kind of a day we can have, and until next time, on behalf of JM Sports 100 here on YouTube and jmsports.org, I am Jonathan Mosette.